Now, pants down, this is one of the weirdest protests you will ever see. Wes has had enough, so he's staging a month-long sit-down protest on the side of a major highway.
So Wes, what are you doing, mate?
Well, mate, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I know there's not a lot of privacy here.
Show me one other industry that doesn't supply toilets.
Wes Walker doesn't mince his words when it comes to standing up, or in this case, sitting down for what he believes in.
Well, can I say it gives me the shit?
King of the roadside throne, Wes has spent the last month staging a protest calling for toilets to be installed at this truck pit stop in Gatton, west of Brisbane.
I'll be honest, I've teared up about it. I'm emotional about it. This is wrong. It's so wrong. Sorry, I just get emotional.
That's all right, obviously you feel strongly about it.
Passionate about it. They're the lifeline of the country.
Today, truckies came from far and wide to show their support for this unlikely crusader.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but obviously us as females, we have other needs that men don't have.
You go anywhere else and people expect in their office, in their workshop, in their warehouse to have a toilet.
Sometimes you just got to go. You've been in the truck for 5 or so hours, like when you pull up, you need to go.
So this has to be one of the most unusual protests I've ever seen.
Well, Chris, it's not a protest, it's a petition. I'm not causing any other person any harm. All I'm doing is supporting the people that keep this country together. And until the general public understands, without trucks, you won't even be watching your TV.
Queensland's Transport and Main Roads Department spent $18 million building this facility so truckies driving road trains can decouple their loads and head on into the city.
It's beyond comprehension that you'd spend that much money here and not at least have a toilet facility.
Last year when we were in lockdown, truck drivers were essential. This year, you don't even get to go to the toilet.
The Transport Department say this facility was never meant to be a pit stop. That's because the land around it is owned by Queensland University, and the university believes that building toilets here would present a biosecurity risk. They believe that human waste and litter will impact on their agricultural research projects.
This is an environmental disaster. There's no two ways about that.
The biosecurity risk at the moment is the urine and faeces because people have to go.
The truckies are relieving themselves here anyway.
They are. Well, they've got nowhere else to go. Find a hole in between your trailers or whatever. But we've got nowhere else to go.
Truckies say they've been told they'll be charged if they relieve themselves at this site, which is surrounded by security cameras.
I mean, it's pretty bad if they're going to start charging drivers for having to go to the toilet here when they can't go anywhere else.
How long do you think you'll stage this?
How long's a piece of string? If I fall out of my wheelchair here, can you pick me up and put me back in it?
Wes says he's already collected thousands of signatures on his petition. Of course, the Transport Department says if truck drivers are caught short, they can simply drop in at the BP service station down the highway. But Wes says that's not a solution because it means they have to make another stop, and no one has checked with BP to see if they're happy about it. So do you think it is just money? Is that what the government's worried about?
Well, whose money is it, Chris? The government hasn't got any money. It's the taxpayers' money. And I can assure you, the good people out there paying taxes wouldn't begrudge a truck driver having a toilet here.
He's battling on for the truckies, and I just take my hat off to him. I think he's a fantastic bloke.
John Shollick runs the local newspaper and has put in a portaloo for Wes, who's on a disability pension, to use while he's staging his sit-in.
I just think it's deplorable in this day and age. Are we a third world country now with truck drivers? Once again, the poor old truckies get hit.
It's dire straits, there's no other word for it.
Now, the Transport and Main Roads Department says it doesn't install toilets at these truck facilities because the public would think they were public rest areas. Their full statement is on our website.